Are you able to create a time block schedule but then struggle to follow through? While I've discussed this on my channel many, many times before, I'm talking about something new today. So if you're looking for a fresh take on the mindset around time blocking so you can actually follow through on your time blocking, stick around. Hi, I'm Cassie Winter. I'm a productivity expert and life coach for neurodivergent spoonies. If you're looking to master yourself and your time in a compassionate way, this is the place for you to be. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. Okay, I want you to think about a time block schedule you set up in the past and didn't follow through on. Better yet, open it up in your calendar and look at it. Got one in mind? Great. I have a question for you. Does this time block schedule reflect your boundaries, values, and expectations? Or does it reflect someone else's? That was a doozy. I'm really sorry. How are you doing? If that question sent you reeling, it may be a good idea to pause and do some anytime pages on that question. Come back when you're ready. So here's something I have discovered. If your time blocking doesn't reflect your boundaries, values, and expectations, you will likely not follow through with it. And to be clear, if you're someone who benefits from external accountability, I don't mean you have to change that part of yourself. Needing or benefiting from external accountability is very common and morally neutral. Instead, what I mean to say is that the person who is choosing your goals and priorities should be you. Does external context like school and work matter? Yes, of course they do. But to me, that is simply context and structure. Time blocking, on the other hand, should reflect your empowered choices for how to spend your precious time and energy. So when you look at your time block schedule, you see your choices in front of you instead of solely someone else's. Now that I've clarified that, let me repeat what I've discovered. If your time blocking doesn't reflect your boundaries, values, and expectations, you will likely not follow through with it. Before we dive in a little deeper, if you've already had an aha moment, write aha in the comments and share your experience with me. I can't wait to hear about it. Alrighty, so if you've been reflecting someone else's boundaries, values, and expectations with your time block planning, let's unpack that a little. You may already have an idea of where that's coming from, but if you don't, here's my take. I see this as a double-edged sword. One edge is people-pleasing tendencies, while the other is essentially dissociation. Either you're dissociated from your boundaries, values, and expectations in the moment, aka the opposite of awareness, or taken to the extreme, you may also be completely unaware of what your boundaries, values, and expectations are in the first place, so there's nothing to be aware of to begin with. This double-edged sword can stem from trauma, mental illness, neurodivergence, chronic illness, or a combination. And it can also stem from simply never having learned the skills required to have a healthy sense of self and healthy boundaries. I cannot emphasize enough that if you are struggling with these things, there is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. And you are not alone. With self-compassion, time, and effort, you can both learn these skills and heal. I've done it, many of my clients have done it, and many of them are now in the process. You've got this. And the good news is, especially if you've already had an aha moment today, you've already completed the first step, which is awareness. Because you cannot change that which you cannot see or understand. And awareness is a big step. If you haven't already, anytime pages would be a great next step after this. As for after that, make sure you've subscribed because I've got a treat coming your way in January for the new year. There you have it, one reason why you might be struggling to follow through on your time block schedule. Here's that doozy of a takeaway again, so you can write it down if you want to. If your time blocking doesn't reflect your boundaries, values, and expectations, you will likely not follow through with it. If you're curious about my coaching, the way I work with clients is through my signature course, The Action Navigator. It's packed to the brim with tools and techniques for mastering your time, getting organized, and offering yourself radical compassion as a neurospicy spoonie. If that sounds like exactly what you've been looking for, use the link in the description box below to learn more. Check out these videos next for anytime pages and how I do my time blocking. If you liked this video, hit that like button and be sure to share it with your friends. P.S. For the new year, I'm going to be doing 4 videos in January leading up to a free workshop at the end of the month. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. See you then. Bye.